Today's Monday, and I received my second package. We'll use the new Mora here to open her up and take a look at what we have inside. All right. What we have inside is a new in the package Trangia alcohol stove or meth stove. So let's open her up and take a look at what we have here. One of my previous videos, the one I made, took over 6 minutes. So what I'm going to do, now that I have this one, is I'll do a side-by-side test lighting this, and then I'll light the one I made. So when I attempt to make another one, I have a better idea of how to go about it. And this is actually pretty outstanding. This gives me a really good idea of what I need to do to improve my homemade Trangia. Oh yeah, it does. So we have the lid with the O-ring seal, the burner itself. That's going to be nice that they seal together and you can store fuel in there and not have to worry about it. Okay, so here's the one I made. I'll put them side by side here. You can get a good comparison. Mine is slightly taller. The Trangia, of course, is double the width almost. I'll put this at one end of it. You can see how much of the Trangia is sticking out. I'm anxious to do a burn test to see how they both compare. Mine versus the one I just bought. They're both mine actually, which is kind of funny, but the homemade one versus the brand new out of the pack Trangia stove. So stay tuned and I'll show you that next. Okay everyone, we're out in the garage. We're going to go ahead and do the burn test with the two Trangia stoves. Nothing in. Nothing in. Bottles marked 1 ounce each. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this one up first with 1 ounce. There we have it. And we're going to fill up the Trangia with 1 ounce. Okay, I have a little bit more meth in this one. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit around the rim of the Trangia and a little bit around the rim of the homemade. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my watch. I only brought out one timer, so as soon as I light both of them, I'm going to light mine first because I know it takes a bit for it to light. So I'm going to go ahead and light that one, start the timer, and we're going to see what happens here. As you can see, both are, looking like they're going to heat up pretty well and generate a good flame right away, but we'll see. As you can see here, the homemade Trangia, it's puffing like it wants to go ahead and start to ignite. The commercially made Trangia is starting to fire up right now. So it's already come to a burn in about, oh, say 35 seconds. So that's pretty good. I'm going to see how long it takes this one to get the jets to produce a flame. And we'll just continue to time the burn time on this. With 1 ounce of fuel, according to my other video, I think this one burned over 30 minutes, so we won't wait that whole time. I'll just continue filming until this thing generates a flame for us out of the jets. Well, one thing I can say is I know there's something definitely wrong with my design due to the fact that this one ignited right away and it was ready to cook, you know, in no time. So it's going to be back to the drawing board on this one. Or if anybody has a design that's willing to trade me one of my soda can stoves for, which work outstanding. If you look on one of my other videos, you can see how it burns, and it fires up within 30 seconds as well, and it gives you a nice flame. So again, if anybody's interested, you know, just PM me, and I'd be more than happy to make a trade with you. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is try to work on this or make another one and try to figure out where I'm going wrong. I have a couple of more monster cans I've been collecting for that sole purpose. So, but that Trangia is amazing. It's giving out a little bit of a red flame, so I don't know exactly why. Reddish orange, lack of oxygen, have no idea. My soda can stove, it burns blue through its entire burn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now, but I'll keep timing, and when this one's about ready to flower, I'll go ahead and restart the filming process, and we'll just continue to time the Trangia, see how much of a burn time we have with that. Okay, we're at about 6 minutes 15 seconds right now, and as you can see, it appears to be wanting to start its, you know, firing process. I do see some flames starting to come out of the holes of the jets there, so that's why I started the recording again. When it does fire up, it gives a pretty decent flame. I don't think it's as good as my soda can stove, but it does. It gives a decent flame without a doubt. And there we go. It looks like we finally have ignition there. So we're at 7 minutes and 8 seconds out in the garage, so it's a little cooler out here. It's probably in the 50s today. My last burn test I done, it was in a controlled environment. We were probably at 65, 70 degrees. As you can see, we have a more stable flame now, and we also have a bluer flame than we have from the Trangia, the commercial Trangia. So we're going to just let them burn out. I hate to waste all the meth we got in there, but you know, for the purpose of finding out what we have going here, I guess we're going to do the burn and see what happens. If this one should burn as long as this one here, I'll let them run to the very end. But should this one stop burning before this homemade one, I'll just go ahead and put the homemade one out as well. I'm not sure if you can see this. The commercial Trangia appears to be burning out, burning down in fuel. See if I could get you a backdrop here. No, that didn't help. How about that? So as you can see, the flame is really getting low. Close down the garage door here. And I am at roughly 12 minutes 42 seconds, and once that goes out completely, I'll go ahead and stop the clock, get some light on, and we'll go ahead and see what time we actually, burn time we got from 1 ounce of alcohol. A little bit surprised here that it's burning out so quickly. Wow, I stated before, this homemade one takes forever to warm up, but as you can see, it's going to burn and burn and burn and burn. So what I'll do is, once this Trangia is completely out, which it is now, and I still have the clock running, we'll take a look at the time we have. Get a little light in the garage. And it burned for 13 minutes 43 seconds, the commercial grade Trangia, with 1 ounce of denatured alcohol. That's what I used in both of them, is denatured alcohol. I call it meth, I call it alcohol, but typically that's what I'm burning. If I'm doing a burn test, it'll be done using denatured alcohol. So as far as the homemade one, we are at 14 minutes 49 seconds roughly. And what's funny about this one is, as it starts to burn down, you'll lose the flame here, but you'll still have a smaller flame in the center that can be used for warming or whatever the case may be. And as you can see, this is burning down, but it will still actually generate heat for, I'm going to say at least another 10 minutes. So stay tuned, and as it burns down further, I'll turn the camera back on and give us a look. Okay, here's a quick look as to the progress. We are at 18 minutes 40 seconds right now, and she's still burning, getting a little lower around the little jets there. Flame's not as high, but still it's producing quite a bit of heat. So I'll continue to monitor it, and I will turn back on the camera as we get closer to the flame being extinguished. Okay, we're about 20 minutes 45 seconds right now, and like I said, you know, you have a flame generating quite a bit of heat. I can't keep my hand over it without burning myself, but it's not a hard flame or anything like that. I'm grabbing here. Actually, I was looking for a piece of paper, but I don't seem to have one handy. What I have handy is a piece of tape. And what I want to do for you, so if I could bring the tape into the photo, just to show you, if you can see, the tape is actually igniting. And I'm not on top of the flame, quite a bit above, a couple inches above it. So, as you can see, it's still generating quite a bit of heat. If I put it into the flame, of course it's going to ignite. But what I wanted you to see was that even 2 inches above the flame, it was still generating quite a bit of heat. So, I'll give this, you know, a few more minutes. Actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and bring this to an end. If you actually want to see the complete burn time of this stove, this homemade Trangia, I do have a another video up that compares 3 stoves I made, and it'll give you you know, complete time as to what it burned as. So I'm going to take the Trangia lid, I guess, and snuff it out.